places in the world, but very few, that have like this wild yeast existing in the environment, right?
Okay.
And so Belgium was like they kind of started it. The region of Flanders is like the most like kind of famous place for it. But there's in Belgium they have this wild yeast that exists in the environment. So instead of like brewing a beer and putting yeast into the beer and then it ferments, they had open tanks. So open fermentation, spontaneous fermentation. These are like some of the terms that they use for it, but they would have an open vat.
So they didn't necessarily know how much yeast was actually going in.
No, but they didn't need to. They don't need to. It's just they have an open vat of like, you know, all the malts and sugars and whatever, like, and they leave it open. And the yeast in the environment comes in and spontaneously, whatever, ferments the beer, right? So these wild yeasts have a very specific flavor profile, and they basically, it's I mean, if you want to get real weird, the flavor of the beer is really it's bacterial shit. You know, because the yeast comes in, it eats the sugar, it excretes alcohol and carbon dioxide, and the flavor, I mean, when you have a beer that tastes fruity that doesn't have fruit involved, that's yeast shit. That's what it's from that, you know, it's like, and so these particular types of yeast, like they excrete. It's
like a 70s porno, like.
They excrete this tart or funky flavor, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, like
it's
a 70s
good.
porno.
It's real good. It's real good. It's real fun. But so it's really interesting and it's really cool, and the thing about it is it's really hard to control because it's wild and it's like kind of airborne, like it's in the environment, but you have there's only, as I said, a few places in the world that have the yeast naturally occurring in the environment. However, once you have the yeast existing in that space, you can't, it's very hard to get rid of it, or you essentially can't get rid of it. So you can take a barrel that has like sour beer in it, right? And then you can make any beer you want. You can brew any beer you want and put it in that barrel and age it in it, and it will sour the beer. So the
it's like a lot of fun. Like you just like a lot you can play with, right?
Right, but then you also have to worry about like when this comes back full circle to yeast infection. So
here you go, Jared.
Oh, thanks.
Are we running out of time?
Get the Vagisil.
Oh, no, I'm just checking.
So you can, once it's in the environment, it's there. So they also, like, there's places, for example, like Russian River.
So like Jared's house.
Jared's house.
So like yeast infection?
Or...
I just like
Russian
breads.
River Brewery, like, they do sour beers and they do regular beers. Okay? But they can't have, if the yeast from the sour beer, they have two separate facilities in which they brew their beers, the sours and the regulars. When you do like the brewery tour, which I haven't myself, but I know about it, like you actually have to put on like somewhat of a hazmat suit when you go through the sour beer facility, because if any of that yeast gets into the environment in the regular brewing facility, all of those beers will sour. And when you have a beer that's not meant to be sour and it becomes sour, they refer to it as an infection.
They should call it amazing.
And it is. It is. It's an infection. It's a yeast infection. So when you have a beer that's not supposed to be sour...
Oh, now you're staring at me when you say fucking yeast infection.
We just call it
motherfucker. It's like, oh, Jared, yeast infection.
Like, you know, this beer has a yeast infection. I really don't want it on...
Let's call that Jared guy from Sacramento. We got a yeast infection in our beer. He doesn't know how to contain it.
All right.
No, that's awesome. You know what? I mean, that's great education.
Sour beers 101.
Right?
So we do know.
There you go.
Thanks for I didn't know any of that about yeast infections.
Yeah,
I know.
I didn't either.
I'm down to teach. I mean, there's many people that know much more about beer than I do, but
you're
I love beer and I love to learn about it. I mean, these tits were made from beer. I didn't have tits.
They just showed us.
I had to.
Just to let you guys know.
I had to talk about my tits because you told me that was part of the topic.
I was fucking around though, but you took it serious.
It's okay. I didn't have tits before I started like loving beer. Now I do. It's alright.
Amen.
Is one a sour?
Probably because
One
I
is
had a
sour,
child
one's like a
5 years
lager.
ago, so I'm sure there's like some
little
old
sour milk in there.
Don't want to drink sour beer anymore.
Oh, that's got an expiration date of 2008.
All right, so
It wasn't, right?
let's talk to Chad for a while.
Hey,
See how Monkey Bar's going.
Monkey Bar is good. It's corporation. I mean, gotta follow the rules. I pour a lot of beer in shots, so it could get boring to me personally, but it's a job and I make money.
Or as the fake Rich likes to describe it, the place with a bunch of clown vomit on the walls.
Yeah. Man, that place is desperately in need of a renovation, I'll tell you that much. I mean...
You guys still sticking with the clown vomit vibe in there?
Yeah, we're trying to write it out, you know. Maybe it'll get popular again, so... I heard, you know, the owner, I won't name him, but the owner of the establishment paid top dollar for that. And every single person...
of posters hung up on the wall?
No, for that backdrop in our bar. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's whatever it is.
No, Monkey's great. I mean, tonight, you got happy hour all night tonight, right? Wednesdays?
Yeah, Wednesday is all night happy hour. It's my
that's
day
nice.
off.
You know?
It's a great bar, yeah.
I'll go check those walls out.
Yeah, you got $2 drafts all night? Domestic?
Yeah, there's, I'm pretty sure Pabst, Bud Light, Coors Light, Budweiser bottle, you know. It's a great place. It's fun to work at. It's really laid back and easy, so it's just, you know, a little renovation wouldn't kill them at all, I'll tell you that much.
Well, you get yourself a wiki
I think
wacky
it'd be
Yeah.
be super different if you guys did renovation. I think I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Would they open like in '94 or something like that? There is one of the first Perigary restaurants to open around downtown. So I mean, they definitely
With Bernardo?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they opened at the same time. But yeah, you know they've been around for a while. It is a great place, so it's fun to work there. Come visit me if you want. I'm there happy hour Friday, 11 to 7.
What's in a wiki wacky woo? Can I ask that question?
Wiki Wacky is
Do you make
similar.
those there?
Yeah, a lot of people drink them.
That's a Bernardo. That's a Perigary drink in
It's
Davis.
like the
My
drink.
first one I had was in Davis.
Yeah, apparently
I
they
always
mark
hear
your
about the
hand.
ones in Davis.
Yeah.
They'll mark your hand
Look,
in
yeah,
Davis
they did.
to make sure.
It was
you don't have
what do
too
they call
many.
it? Okay. All right, we're back on. Sorry, little minor interruption there. Chad was giving us the secret ingredients to a wiki wacky woo, which is the
Yes.
Long Island
Long Island with a little bit of power. So you're gonna
power.
add the amaretto, and the whole trick is OJ, pineapple, cranberry on top, and then you pour the 151 down the straw.
Yes.
Therefore, the very first sip you get is pretty much 151 with a little bit of juice back.
And who doesn't want 151 as their first sip?
I mean, you might as well just
don't.
light the drink on fire.
Unless it's flaming, I don't want it.
Yeah, they're pretty popular. I mean, obviously more popular in Davis than down here, but
College
I've
town.
definitely made a few of them, and people like them because they get fucked up, and it's $8, so why not? You know.
And you said Long Island, and
Wait.
made your homeboy one, and I was gonna fucking kill him in my bar.
An $8 Long Island plus you add amaretto,
Exactly.
151, and what else?
Just juice, all the juices.
Okay,
OJ,
but
pineapple.
still, that's a fucking steal,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
You have a double shot cocktail plus you add amaretto and 151. It's only $8.
Yep. So
I mean, you'll want to
hence
die
why
tomorrow, but
Davis will
that's a steal.
cut you off at like 2 or 3 or something
Yeah,
like
because
that.
it's fucking college kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know when to stop. But yeah, that's
Who
it.
doesn't
That's
know when to
what
stop?
I mean, no one. I don't.
I don't either.
I struggle with that.
Yeah, I've been pretty good lately.
Oh, yeah.
Not the
Let's
last
do another
week.
shot.
Actually, okay, let's
Want to
do
do
another
another shot? All right. As we wrap it up here, wrap it up with Jared's joke.
Oh yeah, Jared.
Yeah.
I would say, dude,
Oh,
like,
so you always have a joke that you end with?
Yeah.
Is that like the big grand finale?
I'm gonna say this is one of our.
They're really not good jokes anymore.
Can I say a lame
Since
joke?
we're like on our almost 50th
I'll say
episode.
Dude, I got a good one
Yes.
too,
Let's
man.
have
It's a
lame
Nelson
jokes.
joke,
Alright.
dude. Everyone
Let's tell them.
Let's do,
Lame.
let's
Well,
do a
how
round
about you
of
pour
lame
shots first?
jokes.
I would say, as late as this cast came together, this is one of the better podcasts. Given that as of fucking noon, we do not know who's going to be on the podcast tonight.
You got your
I
education.
was like, oh,
You got your education.
We
We got
talked
your
about
education.
skateboarding in the
Talked about
sand.
skateboarding.
There
Talked
we
about
go.
wiki wacky woos.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a lot going on.
We got
Football.
Now we're gonna tell jokes.
Football.
Dude, it's all good.
So,
Oh, we
Right?
did.
I'm
Game of
sure.
Thrones.
I'm sure everybody's heard this joke. I think that's my shot. This is only one of the very few jokes I always can remember, and I love Michael Jackson, but this is a Michael Jackson joke.
We might have
So-
seen those.
What is Michael Jackson like about 25-year-olds?
Nothing.
There's 20
They're
of
way
them.
There's
too old.
20 of them. There you go.
Ah.
Giggity.
I'm all nothing. They're too old.
We do Michael Jackson jokes?
I don't know.
Wait,
Fuck
can
it.
I tell?
Mine's
Can I
not
tell
my
two?
bad.
I have two
But I
favorite
think
jokes,
it's
and they're
funny.
both
What's
shitty
Macaulay
and terrible.
Culkin's favorite salad dressing? Neverland Ranch?
That is a good one. Nice.
Okay.
Amy, give us one joke, and then we'll take shots, and you give us your second joke.
Okay. So my first joke is, what is the opposite of Christopher Walken?
Chris.
Oh,
Reeves.
I fucked it up. I fucked it up.
I think it's
Reeves, yeah. Backwards. My
Well,
second
cheers
joke
to
will
that
have a
one.
better delivery, I promise.
Let's take the shot, and we'll forget about that first joke.
Yeah, let's drink to forget that. Damn it.
That was awesome.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's
I
okay.
love your
All right,
courage.
what's
Okay.
the second one?
No. Thank you,
I
Art.
love your courage.
Screwed up.
What's the speed limit of sex?
69.
No. Anyone? Anyone else? No? 68, because at 69 you have to turn around.
Nice.
But very close. Very close. We're off by 1 mile per hour.
Okay, Jerry, the floor is yours.
What, Michael Jackson was? What does Michael Jackson and caviar have in common?
Apparently, he has a lot of them. So, okay, what do
He
they
got a
have?
few.
What do they have in common?
They both come on little white crackers.
Nice.
That is terrible and awful and awesome at the
What does
same
Michael
time.
Jackson and a plastic bag have in common?
What?
Just go on.
One's plastic and harmful to children, one holds groceries.
Rob, do you have a
Nice.
joke?
I have
Yeah,
a
the
Sure,
joke.
that was a difference.
Robbie needs a joke.
Whatever.
Robbie needs a joke.
So this is a Nelson joke. This is one of my buddy Nelson's jokes, and he came up with it. So I'll give credit to him.
Shout out to
I
Nelson.
love it because it's just stupid. So how did the Mexican cut his pizza?
Oh, Jared looks like he knows this one. Oh, you
No,
look
I'm
at
just trying to think of one.
Little Caesars.
Nice.
That one's good.
I'm sorry, it's stupid, but I love
No, it's great.
There's
it. It makes me
a,
laugh
Some
every
of the
time,
best
dude.
jokes.
there's someone came into my bar and told me one. It's such a good one because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, so a neutron walks into the bar. Bartender looks at the neutron and says, "For you, no charge."
I'm a chemistry. I was a chemistry major. I'm
that's
a
for
chemistry
Walter
major
White, bitch.
dropout.
That's
I
Walter
appreciate
White.
that. That's amazing.
All right, I think that's it for us tonight.
Yes.
What announcements we have to make? I think on Monday, tentatively scheduled to do it from Hawk Farm.
What?
I think so. I think we're going to be at Hawk Farm on Monday.
Are we?
Yeah, I have to. I should probably confirm that with Brad first.
Mustache
Yeah,
ride.
you might want to.
It's not like he confirms that.
Mustache ride. Anybody?
Must-Have
going?
Ride on Tuesday of
Tuesday.
next week.
Yes.
Bike
all
tune-up. Bike. What's that all about, Chad?
Meeting at Golden Bear at 10 a.m. People from City Bicycle Works have been gracious enough to come over and give us all a little tune-up on our bikes before we ride. I think there'll be some drink specials there at Golden Bear.
A free tune-up on your bike.
Yeah, right out.
Yeah,
Well,
what?
donations.
Tuesday on my day off.
Donations are definitely encouraged. I think
This
$10.
Tuesday?
$10
This
$10
coming,
minimum.
this coming
Yeah.
Tuesday? What time?
10 a.m.
Okay.
It's gonna be early. We're gonna go from Golden Bear up to Clark's Corner, and then
Oh, cool.
come back around to Hook and Ladder, and we'll be taking the bike trail for some of this too. So it should be a lot of fun. I heard we had like 30, 40 people going. So
That's a long trek from Golden Bear to Clark's Corner, so I'm thinking like maybe
No,
some.
that's
some
the perfect
I didn't get.
amount.
I know, but I'm thinking a little flask.
No, that's a good ride.
A little
No one
flask.
ever goes out to that side of town.
Maybe what do they call the
Like, that
backpacks
place
with
gets
the?
slept
Oh,
on
yeah,
because it's
camelback.
so far
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
You want a
I've
camelback?
actually-
I got a
That's
camelback.
awesome.
I got a
Yeah, no,
camelback, baby. I'll bring you in.
I've
I'll
went there
fill
a
it
few
half
times.
with water,
I
half
thought it
with
was
whiskey.
amazing.
We'll be
I
alright.
was
Yeah.
stoked on it. Like,
Yeah. So we're trying to extend the ride a little bit versus